Hey guys, welcome to Big Brother 12 Daily Spoiler. Yeah, we just dropped off Maddie at college, so I'm in charge of the spoiler today. I hope I do a good as job as she does. Our house guest of the day today is Jediangler. Alright, so even though Brendan is out of the house, they're still reminiscing about what a big dummy he is. And Enzo does not want something inevitable to happen. I don't know if it's inevitable, but it seems like it because Brendan is so gaga over Rachel. He would just die if Rachel gets proposed to by Brendan at the finale because it's Enzo season. It's all about Enzo. So they had a coffee cup, I guess, that Brendan and Rachel used to use in the house, and they wanted to put it in a bag and smash it to pieces, but then Reagan was feeling like, well, that's a really mean thing to do, so he saved it. I think they should have smashed it. Brittany starts throwing Reagan under the bus because at this point they didn't have nominations yet, and she didn't want to go up on the block. So I guess she figures that Lane's not going to put up, let's see, Hayden. I don't know. She's worried. She even says that she's been against Reagan the entire time. That's not what I was saying. Reagan has to go to work the day after, well, the Monday after the show is over. What a bummer. Either he got a little sabbatical from his teaching job, or the semesters at his college are a little bit different. So Hayden and Enzo have an awful lot of time on their hands, obviously, because now they've come up with wrestler names. Hayden is Shag, and Enzo is Shun, and the followers of Enzo are the Enzites. I don't make this stuff up. Now, Lane is asking Hayden, dude, would you mind being the pawn? I don't think that's something I want to do. Who really wants to be the pawn? These guys spend a lot of time napping. They sleep till like 10, 11 o'clock in the morning, and then they end up taking afternoon naps too. I guess when it's boring, that's all you want to do is sleep. Reagan's the only one who's not spending a lot of time napping. He is hardcore trivia training. He thinks the next competition for the POV is going to be the face mashup competition, where they take two house guests' face and they make it into what their baby would look like. So he has been studying non-stop. Reagan and Enzo were nominated. That was yesterday. Alright, so Enzo finally gets to take off the penguin suit, and they had a little ceremony for it. He gave some kind of weird speech, and everybody was chanting Shun, Shun, Shun. I guess that's his wrestler name, and this is a name that everybody knows about in the house, so unlike the Brigade. Alright, all of the house guests last night were in bed by 2 a.m. and asleep. And I'm pretty sure they slept until like mid-morning. This morning. Lane's a little bit simple. He likes to read in bed, but when he reads, he moves his mouth. But no sound comes out. Alright, so little California tragedy. There's been blackouts off and on since this morning. I think they started at 7 o'clock in the morning, Big Brother time. The power came back on after an hour, but then it was intermittent for like the rest of the morning. So the house guests were kind of worried that something was going on, like back in the season when they had 9/11 and the house guests were still in the house and they didn't really tell them what was going on, but they kind of knew something was going on, so they were speculating maybe something's going on in the world making the electricity go off. No, it's just California. Sorry. So, yeah, one of the punishments from the Pandora's box is that they took away the utensils in the house. So I'm guessing Sunday or Wednesday show is going to be pretty funny, watching everyone use measuring cups to eat. And also, when they had dinner, they were using spatulas to eat the lobster ravioli, wooden spoons, and meat forks. Alright, so let's see. The POV competition was today. And it was not the face mashup competition. I believe it was a rhyming game similar to the OTEV competition where they had that giant talking rock and he was like, all right, now go bring me one of these. There was a little bit of controversy too because it came down to Enzo and Reagan. And Reagan was complaining that Enzo like grabbed something out of his hand and ran back, and that's how he won the competition. So Reagan was upset. Enzo was a sore winner. He couldn't understand why Reagan was upset. I don't know. I guess we'll have to see how it all plays out on the show. Lane, he's got a little trouble with Reagan. He doesn't know how he stays in the diary room for an hour because he certainly doesn't have that many thoughts in his head. Enzo was reading Hayden's letter again. And there was a phrase in it, Canadian National Rodeo. And he's pretty convinced that it's code for something because he's not quite sure if there are horses in Canada or not. These guys are like real rocket scientists. That's pretty much all I got for today because a lot of the day was eaten up by them sleeping, being boring, and the blackout. So hopefully Maddie will have something a little bit more interesting to tell you guys tomorrow. And until then, much love.